counting of like every single branch of blue collar worker is out in the front yard. I don't know what's going on. They're like trying to cut limbs down. So if you can hear that, I'm sorry. Also, if I lose power, it's because they're cutting limbs down and it's along the line. Okay, I just stood out there for a minute watching them, and they might have an accident. I'm not saying they don't know how to do their job. I'm just saying that it's been raining and they're in a predicament where, yeah, it might not end well. So if we lose power, we lose power. What are the chances? Damn, I'm Nostradamus. Oh, it's the light. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Hello, hello. Y'all, I haven't eaten. Like, I had part of an egg sandwich this morning for breakfast. And I need to eat. So I got the building finished. I hope the light's down. Yeah, if I lose power, it's not my fault. I just got out the shower. Hey, thank you, Jamie. What's up? Pancakes, coffee. You want some? This is Nespresso. That's protein over there. That's meant. So first of all, let me tell you this. I almost burnt somebody's house down. I started the dishwasher and the lid to my blender bottle fell off down in their dishwasher and the heating element burnt it. Like right down the middle. There's a big old hole it looked like the stove eye had burnt through the blender bottle top. So now I don't have a blender bottle top for that blender bottle. So I had to take a pickle jar and put my protein in it with my milk and then shake it up. And so that's what that is in that black cup. Let's make a coffee. Thank you so much, Jamie. I'm trying to put myself into better spirits over here. Seriously. So I left half of that in there because protein espresso. Protein espresso. So this is Premier Protein that I mixed in a pickle jar. It is the caramel latte powder that I mixed in a pickle jar. And then, yeah. Cheers. I got shit to do tonight. Damn. Holy mackerel, look how good that looks. Hello, where's it? Osric? Oh, shit. Listen, I need to start playing the Powerball. You can't win unless you play. Shit. You can't win unless you play. I'm adding this protein milk to the rest of this Nespresso to get the bottom of that. Hey, I hope you win, man. If you do, don't give me no money. That's the quickest way to end up dead and broke. Not that I'll kill you, just that everybody will find out that you got money and then they won't leave you alone. Seriously. You gotta be careful. This tastes like a damn milkshake, y'all. It tastes like a damn milkshake. Like, it is so good. That is Premier Caramel Latte Protein. 2 scoops. I mixed it up in a pickle jar. My blender bottle's broke. With a cup of milk. And then I took the Nespresso. You saw what I did with it. Oh, I got a chunk. Damn. There have been mistakes. That's broken. I guess the pickle jar didn't do a complete job. And listen, I was going to be all prim and proper with this. These are strawberry lemonade, strawberry, raspberry, raspberry lemonade, raspberry. There we go. I'll get there. Raspberry lemonade pancakes. Okay? This is from Klondike. Kojak. Y'all know that pancake company. I think it's Kojak. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Here, take a bite. Greek yogurt. Klondike? What's that brand? What is the brand? Kodak? Damn, that's good. You can taste the lemon. Raspberry lemonade. I didn't really eat today. I ain't had time. I hope the power don't go out. That storm was crazy. That poor little dog. He's about as full of anxiety as I am. Although he does have a tendency to shake more than I do. He's 8 pounds soaking wet. And he just sits there. Anybody got a Chihuahua? You know what I'm talking about. Or a Jack Russell. They're just so tiny and just... Why do they shake all the time? You think they're cold? Like little crusty white dogs? They just so full of anxiety, you know? What is that? I mean, I identify with it. That's why I'm trying to identify it. Because I get it. I get it. Me too, bro. Every time I see a little dog shaking, I'm like, me too. Me too, bro. I feel you. Poor thing. Oh, God. That's so funny. But it's so true. You think they're cold? Or is it just anxiety? It was probably down half the tree. It was probably ours. It was probably half the damn tree. Did you hear stuff hitting it? Kodak. That's it. The pancake mix is protein. Hey, Bradley. I made raspberry lemonade pancakes with Greek yogurt. I like to dip it in yogurt for me because I ain't got to put no syrup on there. I did drizzle some honey on there, but it wasn't much, as you can see. And it was on the top one. This is the bottom one. Greek yogurt is a great with pancakes. Yeah. Much better option than maple syrup full of sugar. These are good. Raspberry lemonade. You can see the little fake raspberries in there. It's not bad. I wanted something carby. This is definitely carby. Nothing but the carbs. I still got paint in my hair, even though I washed it. I can't get it all out. I keep randomly finding it. I got a strip in the back. I was like, how the hell? My bangs have got it in there. It's fine. It'll come off. At least it came off most of my hands, my legs, my feet. My feet were covered in it. Thinking about that paint spill. God. I shook that shit everywhere. That's what I did for breakfast. And you know it's bad when your response. You know it's bad when your response is to just paint the other shoe. Oh God, I did. I started painting my frock. I completely forfeited on life because this crop, so I had that paint and I was angry and I forgot that I'd already took the lid off of it, and I went to shake it up and the damn lid and paint went everywhere. Well, it mainly landed on my left foot. My foot was completely saturated, right? It was so bad that my response was to paint the other crock. Who does that? Yo. The hell is going on out here? How does your body respond to stress? Yeah, I start to melt down and forget how to operate. It tastes like a milkshake. Seriously. You know, you remember that old ice cream that had the chocolate fudge ribbons through it, but the fudge was like really strong? Do y'all remember that old classic stuff from like the 80s, 90s? It would be just a white vanilla with like a fudge through it, but that fudge that was in it was so sharp and just strong chocolate. That's what it tastes like. It's delicious. Nespresso mocha. I think it's called like cafe mocha or something. It's got sugar in it. And then Premier protein. That's kind of what it reminds me of, root beer float. Y'all, that was so funny. Hey, Calvin, let me just paint my shoe. I didn't know what else to do, and it looked so bad. Is that Rosalinda? Is that one word or is it two? It's starting to rain again. I can't go get my bed if it's going to rain. Bruh. Well, I panned the ceiling. Listen. You know, I don't know. It started to rain again, so that sucks. Flip. This camera's oh God, you almost tipped over. At least the cops were nice earlier, right? They weren't complete douches. Not at all, actually. As soon as I said, oh, you've been pranked, say, hey, YouTube, the cops said, hey, YouTube. They literally waved and said, hey, YouTube. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die right now. I'm going to die. Thank you. Thanks for those cops not being assholes. But like, when I said, say, hey, YouTube, I wasn't expecting the cops to say, hey, YouTube. They work well under pressure. They go with the flow, let me tell you. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is so funny. Oh, God. That was epic. That was the funniest shit that happened all day. The cops showing up. Listen, when you don't do nothing wrong, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Well, actually, you could be incarcerated for things you didn't do. Because that's happened to me a few times, so I take that back. Never mind. I take that all back. Hello, Walter. I take that all back, you know? There's dirt everywhere on this thing. I'm just trying to get it off. You could go to jail for shit you didn't do. There's dirt everywhere. You see it? Good evening. I just had those pancakes. Oh. Trying to clean this space up a little bit. I wish I had a better camera angle. Oh, here we go. It's pouring out there, y'all. These are the socks that I got paint on. Yep, I bet I ruined them. Oh, it's not bad. Oh, they're salvageable. There's not even paint on the bottom. It just got on the top. It's fine. I'll wash them. They'll be fine. They were my favorite socks. Well, not anymore. Ugh. This shit's peaceful. I wish I had a chair. I don't even know if I got one at storage. I guess I'll see. I don't want to bring a lot of stuff over here at all. I have zero desire to bring a bunch of shit over here. You know what I mean? Sweetie. Greetings from North Carolina. Sorry, I had to. They think everybody outside of North Carolina thinks we all talk like that anyways. I might as well lay it on thick and keep them confused. So when they meet y'all for real and you're like, oh my God, I'm from North Carolina. They're like, what the hell? We thought you talked like that crazy girl Brooke. No, I'm apparently one of the few left that still has this damn twang. They're all losing it. The transplants moved in. The voices started to change. The expectations and standards went up, along with the taxes. I'm being so for real, but yeah, I'm one of the few that still got that twang. Portsmouth the high. How y'all talk up yonder? That's the Midwest. You know, one of my best friends was from that area, and she didn't really have an accent. So I guess it don't catch everybody. Probably just depends on who you're growing up around. Hello, Erica. I made coffee at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Bitch, I'm from Texas. Gary, Texas. Y'all, do y'all hear that beeping? So I'm not lying. There's about 4 to 6 fire trucks, a bulldozer, 2 other work trucks, city work trucks it looks like from far. Yeah, and they're doing something right across the street. I don't know what they're doing. It looks like they're cutting down limbs, like part of a tree had fallen on the power line and they're trying to prevent it from falling all the way and cutting everybody's power out. Let's hope that we don't lose power. Scotland. Yeah, let's hope we don't lose power. The back is just... Ugh. It's raining. Oh, my hair tickling my back. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put a rug down or what. I don't know. I don't know. I really was not expecting for it to get cold this soon. It really sucks. It really, really sucks. I was expecting to have more time to train, with it warm outside, be able to cycle at night. It's too cold. It's in the damn 40s. At night, it's been dropping down in the 40s. I'm in hell, Destiny. I'm in absolute hell. Hell on earth. At least I'm not. It feels like it from the inside out, you know what I mean? 66 degrees right now. And it's mid-afternoon. It's 6 o'clock at night. That's cold. I mean, I got on 2 layers, and I'm still cold. So, like, imagine if you were sleeping on concrete or out in this rain. It's just the humidity and stuff, it really makes you cold, especially if you've been somewhere. It literally just takes a toll, you know? So, let's see. It's 85% humidity, almost 10 miles an hour wind. The low is supposed to be 61, but here's the thing. They're wrong. Let me tell you why they're wrong. Because it was only supposed to rain for like 30 minutes. It's been raining for over an hour, and it's going to continue to rain, which means that the temperature is going to drop lower than what they're actually calling for, because they were not taking into account that it was going to rain this long, which means that it's longer period of time to cool off. So it says 61, but I bet you it's going to drop into the 50s tonight, probably the mid 50s. We're talking 55 to 57 is where I would predict. They're saying 61. It's already 66. So we have almost 12 hours till we get to the lowest point of the morning, which is typically around 5 or 6 a.m. That's the coldest point, right before the sun comes up. So we got another 12 hours for the temperature to drop, because the sun's just now going down. I should have been a meteorologist. It's so frustrating because it says 61, but it will drop down into the 50s, like I said. Because it's rained longer, so it's had more time to cool off. But it won't warm up as quick either. They're saying it's going to be 85 tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know, man. It's like 49 degrees on Monday night. Anyways. Hello, Thomas. I hope you're doing well. I'm making it. I haven't murdered anybody today, so, you know, today's been a good day. Today's been a good day. McKinsley, hello. You're the best. Thank you so much. Stay awesome. And it's just getting heavier. The hell, man. That power cord across that power line across the street looks about as shoddy as that line hanging in the yard right there. The one that they're trying to get that tree off from, it looks like it was manufactured and installed the same year that shoddy shit was. The infrastructure in this town is shit. The roads. Y'all seen whole power lines, the whole power poles that cars have crashed through, just setting up on the ground. They're not even anchored in the ground by concrete and or dirt. Power pole. It's typically mounted in cement. They cement those things. They actually dig down in the ground, and then they pour in cement to stabilize those power poles. Well, here in Madison, North Carolina, it appears that a car came barreling down this road, took out the power pole. It literally split it in half at the base of the pole. So what is the fire department, or who riddle me this, who would come to that call? The fire department. Anyways, someone decided to just set the pole back up in the air. So the pole is setting on broken wood that's all jagged. It's a jaggedy pole setting on concrete in the middle of town with power still running through it. And everybody drives past that thing every day, and they act like it's anchored in the ground. It's a perfect representation of how these people ignore their problems. Jesus. I mean, I'm not joking. I've never in my life. I mean, a strong wind could come through there and just knock that pole straight over. There's nothing anchoring it in the ground. And matter of fact, it's I don't know if lightning hit it or if a car hit it. Something hit it. The hand of God, I don't know. Something hit it. It literally is like jagged, like it's broken half. And the pole where it was mounted in the ground, half of it's still there. It looks like Buffy the Vampire Slayer's dagger, okay? And it's half hanging out the ground. And the other half of the pole that was in the air is just sitting on the cement with power running through it. So whatever they're doing across the street, please pray for me. Because they don't know how to handle these types of things around here. And I'm scared. If you can't tell from my own shoddy electrical work in the ceiling, yes, that would be splittage in the cord, honey. If you can't tell from my own personal problems, this is just the way these people do things around here, apparently. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It is nice outside with the rain. I do, Mackenzie. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Hello, Calvin. I love you and your girl's picture. Long live Texas. Yeah, this is crazy. It wasn't even calling for rain. I'm going to tell you one thing. I ain't slept good in like months, and it's making me ill. I never thought I could go without sleep, and then here I am. I never get into good sleep. Never. I think I woke up like 7 times last night. The night before that, it had to have been 10. It was like every day, an hour on the hour I was up. This was really good. Pancakes weren't bad, but they are like dense. You know, they're like really thick. This humidity's killing my hair. I just washed it. And I even ran the blow dryer over it, and the humidity has attacked me. Oh, thanks, Gary. Wish you luck. Well, let's see what's going on. Listen to the rain as I complain. Let's see what's going on. I haven't looked in like 2 days, 3 days, because I've been busy with the world. I got pancakes on my face and you didn't tell me. Rude. If you had a booger hanging out your nose, I'd... Here. I probably wouldn't. I'd be like, ew, oh my God. Here. Did y'all see that Trump... Alright, first of all, this was crazy. I thought this was pretty badass. Did you see where they, like, killed the cartel? They did. It was 11 alleged narcotic terrorists killed in a U.S. strike. So what this was actually a boat that was headed across the water, and this is when they made impact. You can see the explosion. They actually dropped bombs and annihilated everybody on the spot. So instead of waiting for the boat to come into some port so that they could seize the drugs and arrest these people, they just dropped a bomb on them. So there is some stuff that I agree with that he has done. Here we go. This is the best one. So this was right before, so you can see all of these men on the boat. And the surveillance footage, like the aerial footage that they have from the plane, you can see them moving around, like they can hear the planes. And so they're trying to make moves to either abandon ship or start throwing drugs over. You can hear these people, you can see these people on the boat from the aerial footage from the plane that was it was about to drop a bomb on them. You can see that they can hear the plane, and they're scurrying around on the boat. And then they drop the bomb from the air, and it like literally just yeah. So that was a boat that was not only filled with narcotics, but drug traffickers, human traffickers. This is the TDA gang. These are known gang members, which are now considered terrorists. So they were suspected Venezuelan drug smugglers. The boat was completely annihilated at sea. They blew up the boat, which destroyed the drugs and also killed those 11 TDA gang members at the same time. So I love this. I'm here for this. Instead of waiting for them to come into port and then claim asylum when they were trafficking drugs, let's just kill them at sea. Absolutely. It's a 3-in-1. It's a 3-in-1. Their body gets washed back out to the sea too. We ain't even got to worry about how we cremate them, honey. They go right back to Jesus, right to the sea, right back to the earth. I love it. Yeah, so I do agree with some stuff that the Trump administration has done, and you guys know that I wanted him in office, but I need people to also understand, look at my situation and look at who he is and look at what he's accused of. So you need to understand that where I'm coming from too, as a victim of things that he's accused of. It sucks. I really have faith in him. It sucks. I think we're all just a little disappointed in 2025. It's okay. It's gonna get better. I'm sorry, I tried. That was me trying. I tried. I couldn't even believe it. As I lied through my teeth, I couldn't even believe it. It's gonna get better. I tried so hard. I was holding in my laughter. It's funny. Someone said in the comments about that Cartel boat being blown up. Someone said in the comments, and I found this interesting because I agree with this. Someone said, now we're speaking a language that the cartels will understand. You know, these are violent gang members, okay? They don't operate under the same rules that you or I or most civilians do, okay? They're heartless. They take what they want. They're violent offenders. And to really get your point across, actually annihilating them is the quickest way to do that. That is speaking their language. To have them killed and annihilated while trafficking drugs, that is absolutely speaking their language. That's something that they would do themselves through organized crime. They take out whole families. Matter of fact, speaking of which, there was another influencer. Her whole family was taken out. The cartel allegedly killed her, I think yesterday. They gunned her down along with her entire family. So that's what they do. They kill, they take. But yeah, this person said, now we're speaking a language that the cartels understand. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm here for it though. Why are you retracting messages? Oh. So I ran across this guy's channel. he had a video and he said that his life had been ruined by YouTube. He was like, how my life was ruined by YouTube. And I'm like, what is this guy talking about? And so I go and I look. Yo, I'm about to block everybody in here. I swear. It's just... ah! So I go and I look at his video, and he's talking about how he lost everything because of YouTube, how his whole channel crashed, how he lost money. All of this bad stuff happened because of YouTube, and now he's a steel worker. And hold on one second. What's the channel? Proto Mario. He's got like 600,000 followers. So let's think about this, because this is what I want to talk about. What would compel a person that has 600,000 followers to go work and do steel work if they have 600,000 followers? Don't you think with 600, this is a real question. Don't you think with 600,000 followers they'll be able to pay bills? Don't you think that 600,000 followers would equate to $1,000 a week paycheck? How much do you think? Tell me in the comments. I want to know. How much do you think that a channel makes when they have approximately 600,000 followers? How much? He's actually got, let's see. He's actually got 544,000 followers. Okay? Proto Mario. He has a lot of, I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't know gaming terminology. I would assume it's gaming stuff. I see Pokemon stuff. I know Pokemon. I'm an 80s baby, 90s child. I see Pokemon. So he has a lot of Pokemon videos, stuff like that, right? And he does well. He does very well. I accidentally found him through one of his short posts. It was a post talking. It was a Reddit post, meme. So here I'm looking. Yeah, he has probably like similar views as me. So some of them though are 350,000. So he's got hello Austin, I hope you're doing well. He's got 500 and he's got 550,000 followers, and he is doing steel work right now, even though he has a channel and he knows what he's doing. Look at all these links. Look at his business. This is his business. This is him. He's got over 141 million views. 141 million views. In the very bottom right here. 141 million views. He's got Discord, Patreon, Twitch, Twitter. He's got more shit going on than I do. It says here that after many years of gaming, a channel dedicated to video games, he's retired now from YouTube. And he had a current video. I was like, what is going on? Why? How does he have almost 600,000 followers? It's over 500,000. I'm sitting here like he's got to be pulling in a few $1,000s a month, right? Like 3, 4, that's what I would assume for that kind of following. And that really just depends on a lot of things. So then I noticed that his last video was what I do for work. So I click on that, and as it just so happens, I mean, he faced constant hate, bullying, blah, 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 blah. The money was not good. The grass was not greener on the other side. He was fed lies from the tablecloth. And pretty much he does still work now, and I'm happy for him if that's what he wants to do. But at the same time, I'm just trying to show you guys, to have a channel that has that many followers, and for him to quit that and to go work at a regular job, that tells you how bad this industry has gotten. It's nothing like it used to be. This used to be something really great to fall into, to get brands deals, to have multiple streams of revenue, to build a business, to help people, to gain knowledge, but it's not anymore. It's been played out and scammed out, just like all of the other industries, and it sucks, you know? I think it's crazy that he has that many followers, and he's doing steel work. He says he makes more money doing steel work, which I believe, because blue collar work can pay well depending on which field you're in. And, you know, it's crazy though. It's crazy that even with almost over 500,000 followers, he had to go work a 9 to 5. That tells you that things are not always what they seem. And the reason I'm pointing it out is because you can go hear it from the horse's mouth yourself if you think I'm joking. Yeah. So it does not matter how many followers you have. More followers does not equate more money. Yeah. It's just crazy. More views does not necessarily equate more money. About the only thing that equates more money is more donations. You can guarantee on that because you can see it when it's being given to you. So you know kind of what to expect. Other than that, you never know. Everything's up in the air. Everything. And as you can see from what I showed you earlier with the $295 donation, as you can see, my money does not come from donations. The majority of my money comes from my views. So I think everybody that has a channel, they're focused on different, like they have different ways that they go about their money, just like I have ways that I go about my money. I want YouTube to pay me. You know? Like, I want them to pay me for my views. I don't, yeah. So, it's crazy. Yeah, so it's kind of sad. Because it seems like he really loved doing these videos, and it seems like he was good at it too. Like I said, a lot of his best stuff has hundreds of thousands of views, and it seems like for a few years he was really killing it, but it seems like there was just a lot of BS that has made things difficult, and he decided to leave YouTube. I don't know. Hell, someone told me yesterday about a different guy that pretty much committed suicide by drinking himself to death because he faced so much criticism on YouTube that he fell back into alcoholism. You know, Miss GT, if you're around, was he sober when he came to YouTube? Or did he ever get sober? Or was he drinking his whole YouTube experience? I'm just wondering, not that it really matters, because I understand how bullying and social pressures can affect mental health and substance abuse issues. It's really irrelevant, but if he did get clean, that's why I wonder. Because imagine coming to this platform to talk about your alcoholism, and then the bullying is so bad that it causes you to fall back into alcoholism, which causes you drink yourself to death and die. It happens every day on this platform. Every single day, and I refuse to be one of those statistics. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how evil the world is. Yeah, there was one of my channel members yesterday, she was telling me about a guy that was here on YouTube and I'm just wondering if he had gotten clean and then the bullying led to him having a relapse, which is so common. It's sad. People are mean, y'all. It's a cold ass world. It's a cold ass world. Ain't the rain nice? I don't know why this thing's messing up. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna get my bed at some point. I don't know. I'm dreading like dragon show here. You know, it's crazy how people screw you over and then they'll be like, why don't you trust me? clear. If you have the awareness to understand me, you're one of the lucky ones. You're pretty aware. A lot of people, not all people are that aware. I just want, not all people that are that aware. Not all people understand how their actions directly impact your life, nor do they care. Just be careful with people that are not aware like you are if you're aware. Because if they don't hold the same level of awareness, or the same morals and values, they become real dangerous real quick. Yeah. Hello. Coffee. Rain. I wish I had a chair. Hey, there's my charger. Let me ask you something. If you're robbed on the street and your cards are jacked, causing you not to be able to get to work, and then your boss calls you and says you're fired because you didn't show up for work, and you're like, man, it ain't even my fault. My keys was jacked. I was robbed. They stole everything. I can't drive to work because I ain't got no keys to get to work because they stole my whole purse. They stuck a gun in my face. They said they were going to kill me. I didn't think twice. I just handed over my purse. But your boss don't care, and they fired you on the spot. Whose fault is it that I got fired? Is it mine? Is it the company I work for? Or is it the robbers? There's a lot of different personalities in the world with a lot of different beliefs. I bet a lot of people feel differently about whose fault or who's responsible for me getting fired. It's crazy how people can view things differently. Even though there's only one right answer. It's like the Carmelo Anthony thing, or the Shiloh Hendrix thing, or how many times have we both, the society as a whole has watched the same damn video of something, and everybody has a damn different opinion. It's like people literally watch different videos. How many times does that happen? It's like a bad game of video telephone. It's like, for instance, let's say it's a video and it's just showing the sky. I can assure you that half the internet would say that the sky is pink and the other half would say it's blue. You know what I mean? It's like we saw the same damn thing. How do you get that from that and turn that into that, and then I'll tell you how, because people ain't being raised right. Y'all, this is so nice. I don't want to have to go to storage, but I got to. My back is killing me. I feel like I need a chiropractor from damn sleeping on hard surfaces. I wonder how that, like, if I've permanently messed up my back. I wonder. It stinks in here. It smells like paint. It smells like the last two brain cells decaying. Man, fuck that ceiling. Those pancakes were alright. I really just think I had the appetite for nothing. It'd be like that sometimes. It's like, what do you want to eat? I don't know. Let me think about it. And then 3 hours later, I still ain't ate, and I still don't have a hankering for anything. That Kodak, it's Kodak Jack, flapjack mix. It's not bad. It's just, I wonder how much sugar's in that stuff, because it tasted sweet. Bicycle accident. Yep. It's crazy to me too how people like are just so normalized with like accepting toxic, and then they expect you to accept it like it's normal. No. You know, we all got that one friend that's in some toxic ass relationship or situationship, but we know that they choose to do that. But you can't really go to that friend with anything you're going through. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's like normal to them, because they're used to toxic. So it's normal to them, the screaming, the yelling. Some people put themselves in toxic. I avoid that shit like the Black Plague. And it follows me around because people are just so bothered when you got your own shit going on. Who knew that it would bother people to not bother people? Why does it bother people that you don't bother people? When you go off and do your own thing, people are all of a sudden bothered that you're not bothering them. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. 100%. When you get a life and you go and you start living your life, it drives people insane because they have no purpose. They have no purpose. It drives them insane when you're living your life. It's cold. It sure is. 61 degrees, my ass. It's gonna get in the 50s tonight. And I thought it was only supposed to rain for like 30 minutes, Mr. Weatherman. What happened, Mr. WFNY News 2? Mr. Fox 8? You lying bastards. I'm gonna start making my own weather predictions. I'm gonna come out here in my tiny house every morning and I'm gonna get my weather map out. You live over here, or over here, expect rain. I'm gonna put their prediction up and then mine, just to prove a point. I'll be like, hey Barbara. No, definitely can't do no camp stove. None of that's possible. Hell, I'm lucky to even have that light bulb right about now. Now it's saying it's not gonna stop till almost 7 o'clock. And it's cold. It was really bad earlier. It started down. Stuff was falling out the trees and hitting the buildings and like dropping. It was really bad. It's kind of scary actually. I was like, Jesus Christ, what if something comes crashing through here? Let's look at some crazy shit on Craigslist. Give me a minute. Oh, here we go. Damn, $70,000 for a 1967. What? Listen, so since the tariffs really kicked in and the big beautiful bill went into effect, the byproduct is not only has food, groceries, electricity, insurance, and everything else, liquor, wine, beer, tobacco, everything else under the sun, not only has all of that went up, but as it just so happens, used cars have skyrocketed. If you're in the market for a used car, you're going to be paying about $10,000 for a car that has about 300,000 miles on it. We're living in the new world. Oh, that's not even a car. It's a boat. It's a boat. It's even worse. Look, 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 look. Hold on. 1995. They want $65,000 for a 1995 boat. Hold on, give me a minute. Looks like things are crazy. $16,000 for a Honda Accord that has damn 100,000 miles. Hey. Oh, that's badass. God, imagine the gas in that son of a bitch. So just to let you know, if you're gonna be buying something like this for car life, just expect for your gas bill to be about $350 to $500 a week. Hey, Amy! Amy, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. How are you? Yeah, so something like this, you're gonna have a $2,000 gas bill in. And that's just gonna be able to get out of everybody's way, go to the gym to shower, go to work, and for parking at night. This is what they don't tell you, but I've already showcased this on this channel, so yeah. This is crazy. Oh my God, there's a rollback truck with 450,000 miles on it for almost $6,000. Oh God. The damn bumper's falling on the ground. That don't really matter. It's more about the mileage. There's not really any ridiculous ones on here I see now. Last week it was crazy. I was like, what? 330,000 miles and you want 10 grand? Oh, here's one. I got it. 2010 Toyota Tundra, $20,000. 320,000 miles. 320,000 miles. 20 grand. Yeah. They're out here smoking dope. That car's worth $2,000 at best. It's crazy. They smoking dope. The damn engine gonna drop out of it the moment you get to the stoplight. Oh God, you go to put gas in it for the first time and your damn fuel pump is broke. I mean, these people are smoking hard, man. Smoking hard. Let's see here. Let me find another one. Hold on. They've actually got some reasonably priced stuff on here today. It's reasonable. I see a $3,000 Honda. This has been on here for months. So this is a black Chevrolet. Square body, of course. It's been on here for months. He wants almost $6,500 for this, and it's got over 200,000 miles. It is a 2006, and it's rear wheel drive. It's not even a 4x4, and he wants almost $6,500 for a car that's got over 212,000 miles on it. And that's why it's been there for months. Homie, the truck is worth $1,000. That's $1,000. Anything over 200,000 miles, we're talking about $1,000 car, baby. It's ridiculous. I mean, do I really got to be the one to bring everybody back down to a place of rational behavior? Like, I know that, like, the world kind of passed me by, but maybe that's a good thing, because somebody's got to stop this bullshit. These people smoking dope. See, here we go. For instance, these people get it. This is a 2006 Pontiac with almost 200, it's got 190,000 miles on it, and the car is posted for almost $2,000. Reasonable, smart, great people. Look at you out here doing the Lord's work. Pontiac G6, gold 4-door, less than $2,000, less than 200,000 miles. Woo woo. Okay, next. Here we go. Here's a Toyota Camry hybrid, $2,300, less than 180,000 miles. Yes. Oh, it's salvage rebuilt title. Don't do that. Just say no. You'll thank me later. Here's one that's bullshit. This is bullshit. Here is a 2018 Ford Explorer for almost $13,000. You're going to have to go through a finance company because this is from a dealership. And it's got almost 200,000 miles on it, and they are wanting $13,000. Absolutely not. The car is worth less than $2,000. What are y'all doing? Please stop. It's fucking it up for all of us. And what did we learn last year? We do not sign for less than what? Come on. We do not sign for less than what? 3%. $400,000 miles, $5,000. 376,000 miles. $5,000. They be smoking that shit hard. Oh, here's one. Here's a Dodge Ram. Oh, he thinks he's got something special. He thinks he's got something special. Oh, God, the whole front end's all dented in. Jesus Christ. Almost $10,000 for 227,000 miles. And let me just add, there's body damage all over the vehicle. That's why there's only one picture, because he didn't want to disclose that. Almost $10,000 for 227,000 miles. This is getting crazy, y'all. And it's only going to get worse because of the tariffs. And now people are panicking and they're defaulting on their car loans. So now they're going to start buying used cars. Oh, here we go. 2016 Chevrolet Tahoe. 208,000 miles. They want $10,000 for the shell of a car. Jesus Christ. I cannot. We are so screwed. 204,000 miles. $11,000. Fuck, even the box truck is damn $10,000. Look at this. 190,000 miles. 190,000 miles. 20,000. 16,995. Ain't that crazy? Hey, there's a Ford Ranger. That thing will damn withstand anything. These people are smoking it, man. $7,000. 235,000 miles. Most of them are like that. Here's a Pontiac for damn 200,000 miles. $5,000 almost. 4.9. It's crazy. Yeah, anything with over 200,000 miles, it is not worth any more than maybe $2,000 at the most. At the most. It's just, I do not understand how the economy brainwashed everybody into believing in shit that's not even true. It's like, how did we get here? It was only 20 years. Here's another one, 190,000 miles, $7,500. It's just nonstop, honestly, and it's really crazy. I mean, dealerships are literally out here tossing out cars with 220-something thousand miles on it, 226,000 miles, and they're selling this shit like it's brand new. Like, it's crazy. I don't need a car that bad. I'm not willing to get beat in the head like this. I refuse. I don't need a car that bad. I'll Ted Kaczynski it till I die. I don't need a car that bad. If you have a problem with it, bitch, you can go somewhere. Bye. I'm about sick of motherfuckers. If you haven't noticed. The audacity to be sitting at home in your fucking air-conditioned house with a belly full of food over here, like literally in my comment section. I just want you to know, I wish I could punch you in the throat, bitch. People like you disgust me. It's really peaceful. Can you hear it really good? I'm gonna try to do some heatless curls on my hair tonight and see if it'll hold, because the humidity, there's so much humidity in it right now. I'm gonna try to put stuff in it. Y'all see that girl from Kentucky, the one that killed her baby? You know, they smelt that baby. Where'd they find that baby? Bless that baby's heart. God dang, man. Where did they find the baby's body of the Kentucky cheerleader that murdered her baby this week? They can't find out how the baby died, unfortunately. Where? Where did they find the body? They don't tell me where. I don't know if it was at her school. Does anybody know? I don't know if it was at her parents' house. She's out on bond. That's what they do for real child abusers. They let them out on bond. It was an area home. So it was an abandoned home, it appears. Or it just says an area home. So where is that? Canada. An area home. Where would that be? Is that like around maybe her parents' house, you think? It was a baby boy. They're the cause of death is undetermined because of the decomposition of the infant. He was wrapped in a towel and then shoved into his body. She wrapped his body in a towel and she shoved it in a bag and then shoved it in a closet. And he started to decay, and the smell is what started all of this. Let me be very specific. Disgusting. And she's out on bond. Yeah, she's faced no discipline for this. None. No discipline at all. Getting out and getting to go to mom and daddy's house and live in the comfort of her home is not okay. It's not okay. There should be no bond for anyone who harms a child. You're absolutely right. The system is ruled by pedophiles, 100%, in my opinion. I agree with you on that. She's sitting at home, drinking Starbucks, living her best life, online shopping through Amazon, getting her hair and nails done, blah, 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 blah. She admitted that she gave birth to this baby. She admitted that she wrapped the babies in a towel, shoved it in a black trash bag, and left it inside the closet. All she's been charged with at this moment is concealing the birth of an infant and tampering with physical evidence and also abusing a corpse. They are unable to charge her with murder because they cannot determine how the baby died. So there's no definitive proof that the infant was even breathing when she gave birth to it. There's no definitive evidence to support that she smothered it or drowned it, because the state of decomposition was so bad they could not determine how the infant died. So that's the only reason she has not been charged with murder. Let me be very clear, because she admitted to this. So it looks like she goes back to court in September. And she's out on bond. Yay! She'll be back on the cheer team at Kentucky University next year. Everybody will forget about it. It'll be swept under the rug. And before you know it, she'll be working as the CEO of some major company somewhere. All forgotten. It was an accident. You know, she's just 21 and didn't know better. Makes me sick. The reason, in my opinion, that she killed this child was because she didn't want to lose her prestigious college experience. She didn't want to give that up. She can't give up the partying, you know. She's got a boyfriend, she's got a life to live, she's got Instagram feeds to feed, okay? She can't give that up. And that is also what prosecutors are alleging, so, yeah. It's crazy. Absolutely sickening. Absolutely sickening. She couldn't give that up. She was varsity cheerleader. The most important one on the team. It's just crazy how actual pedophiles and actual child abusers, they never face punishment, justice, you know, for their crimes. But then you have innocent people. They're accused of shit. Their reputations are ruined. Their careers implode. Their home life does as well. They're unhireable. And they're marked for life, and they didn't even commit the crime, but the government tries to say that they did. It's crazy. It's just like children who get taken, who are not being abused, and they leave the children that are actually being abused. CPS. Same situation, just in a different branch. It's crazy. Yeah. This was her. Yeah. Y'all, some of these mug shots I got on my phone is really scary to me sometimes. I'd be like, damn, why did I take that? Some of these people, like this guy. He was some Christian school teacher. Michael Hokawater, Calvin Christian School in Granville. He had child porn. Of course he did. There's more pedophiles in the education system than almost anywhere else nowadays. Ain't that crazy? It's painted. It's painted. I didn't kill anybody yet. It's painted. I didn't kill myself yet. It's painted. Everything went well. We survived. But did you die? But did you die? Ah. Oh God, that's funny. But did you die? Listen to this. This is what I was talking about earlier. We lived another day. Grateful. I know that's right. So there was this girl. This is her. And as you can see, she was transgender, right? So she's transgender and she's homeless. She gets mixed up with this 74-year-old pervert in Ohio, out of Strongsville. And all of a sudden one day, the cops find this 74-year-old man's body on a hiking trail with gunshot wounds. He had been shot out there on the hiking trail. He had a gunshot wound to the head. Anyway, she shot his ass. She lured him out into the woods and then shot him. When I tell you that she was like certifiably insane when they were interrogating her, she was like laughing and like crazy and like she's not right in the head. In my opinion, it's a combination of many things. Probably the sexual abuse that she had to endure to survive because she was counting on him in some manner for money or a place to stay. They had some kind of agreement and he was, sexually abusing her. Apparently, she went off the deep end, invited him out into the woods, shot him in the head, and then went on the lam. And when they found his body, one of his friends informed investigators of who she was, and then they pulled her in for questioning. And there's an episode of Scandal on YouTube that you can go see, because I fell asleep halfway through. But I've seen so many of these cases recently. I'm saying I'd say half a dozen in the past 3 weeks, where it is a boomer above the age of 70 years old messing around with someone who is under the age of 25. They are using their position with money, property, maybe items such as vehicles. They're using those things to their advantage to tie young people into sexual situations, and they'll offer young people a place to stay. They'll be like, oh, come stay with me. And then after a few months of grooming and conditioning, before you know it, the person that was offered a place to stay is now expected to sleep with this person in exchange for staying there. And then a few years later, after drugs and or mental health takes over without any kind of treatment, they find some old person's body. I'm not joking. I've seen 3 of these cases on Scandal, which is on the Law and Crime, I believe, network, or maybe it might be its own channel. I've seen 3 of them this week. There were all people under the age, children. Let me be clear. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm trying to show people some grace that society does not show grace. By saying that they are still children, I'm showing them grace, okay? More than what society does. I know that people under the age of 25 take offense to it. I'm not calling you a blatant, immature, irresponsible child, but what I am saying is that your brain is still developing. You are still going through things. You do not have your feet on the ground as well as society wants you to, and they put too much on you. But all of these people were under the age of 25. All of them were going through financial insecurities. All of them had come from traumatic upbringings, poor communities, and a lot of them were part of the LGBTQ+. And now they're sitting in prison with their mental health problems going untreated and undiagnosed, and their trauma not being recognized. And now they're in the news. And this headline literally writes, listen, transgender man lured, grain of salt, lured 74-year-old boyfriend on a hike to murder him. Who thinks, let's see how old this boy was, girl, Sierra Gillespie, no, that's who breaks it down. Hold on. Victor Vindelender, Jesus Christ, you couldn't have come up with nothing else. Victor Vindelender stabbing. Victor Vindelender stabbing, oh Lord. Okay. Okay, so it looks like he was first sentenced in 23, then the court came back and re-sentenced in 2024, and then he's back in the news now. So there's a lot of back and forth in this case because of the mitigating circumstances. These are absolutely mitigating circumstances. This reminds me of the teenage girl that shot and killed her kidnapper, and then they locked her up in jail for years, and this man had raped her repeatedly. She was a child when he kidnapped her. These things... Hold up, wait a minute. Was he finally acquitted? I don't know if I'd go for that, man. I mean, wait a minute. So it looks like at some point he was found not guilty. And I don't, give me a minute. Either my phone's not working. Okay. So he pled, she was 22. Who thinks that a 22-year-old can keep up with a 74-year-old that has almost over 50 years more experience and wisdom? Who do you think really has the power in that situation? And let me remind you, the old man who was 74 also had the power, the home, the car, everything she needed to survive. Who do you really think has the control in this situation? Let's be for real right now. This is a 22-year-old child that was out here messing with some old pervert, Leroy Johnston. He sounds like a pervert. So she pled not guilty to aggravated murder and kidnapping. This is. So she was 22 when this took place. So you literally can't even find anything else on this. I don't know what's happening. It says that she's supposed to be sentenced this year, but there's no court date listed or any kind of public information as to when that's going to happen. It just said that she was charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder, 1 count of kidnapping, tampering with evidence, and gross abuse of a corpse. At best, this should be a manslaughter charge given the circumstances. You know, victims are changing. Just like predators are changing, victims are changing. These men out here are playing with fire nowadays. Leroy learned the hard way. Literally tells me nothing. It doesn't give me a motive. There's nothing. Nothing. I don't know. I mean, I think most women know. 8 days ago, here it is. Damn, why is it always like right there? A 23, Victor Marie Villander, 23-year-old killer is headed to prison for killing a 74-year-old man in the woods. She shot him in the back of the head. She pled guilty to aggravated murder. Victor, who was a biological female and identifies as male now, was sentenced to life with the possibility of parole after 21 years. So it looks like 7/1 of 25. This was posted 8/28. It looks like she was sentenced, well, like last month before last. She pled guilty and she got 21 years. She'll do 65% of that time. I wonder if she's ever admitted why she done it. I have reason to believe I know why she done it. You know, it's really sad because these people that are part of the LGBTQ plus, they're seeking validation to be seen as what they're presenting, right? Like they want to be a guy, right? So they start dressing like a guy. Well, unfortunately, society, there's perverts out here, and even though you may feel like a man and you may present yourself as a man, those men know that biologically you're still a woman, and you got to be careful when you're part of that community if you're actually trans, because you can respect your new identity, but that doesn't mean that society is going to respect your identity. And so hanging around male counterparts, even, or males, when you're part of the LGBT, and let's say that you're like me, a female, and I want to go be a boy, that's fine, right? If that's what you want to do, and you're an adult making that decision as an adult, that's fine. But you also need to be conscientious about the fact that males are still going to view you at times as a female. I don't know what happened between Leroy and this female, but I think I have a pretty good idea. They did have some sort of friendship, and he had helped her in the past. So one can use their imagination as to maybe what took place in those woods that day and why she decided to do this. All of her mugshots paint, in my opinion, a clear picture of someone that was mentally unstable. She does not look well in any of her mugshots. You can tell that there is severe identity issues. You can tell that she's literally laughing in all of her mugshots. She's not right in the head. And they gonna let her out in 21 years. So exciting. Is it another Arlene, or was it just an accident? She will get no mental health treatment while she's behind bars. She will get no substance abuse treatment while she's behind bars. That is an illusion. That is an illusion, a lie that has been created by the state for money. For money. They need money for programs. So, yeah. But I can assure you I've been there, done that. Yeah. It's sad. It really is. I've seen a lot of those cases. There was another guy that done the same thing. A boy. A guy. Hey, Shannon. Y'all know that I knew that girl personally that killed a guy. Yeah, I was working in Charlotte. Somebody come into work and was like, hey, one of the dancers was arrested for murder. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And I was like, who? And as soon as they told me which stripper allegedly killed one of her customers, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So, I'm trying to think of what her name was. I've got screenshots. We've talked about it before, and I'll show you guys. She was not right in the head either. And I could tell that it was from trauma. Her upbringing, the people that she had been subjected to in her adult life. I mean, she was not right in the head whatsoever. It was crazy. Looking back at stuff like that, it's crazy to think that they even hired her, knowing how big of a risk she was. But like, she literally killed some guy that used to come into the club. They were hanging out outside of work. They were doing drugs together. He lived in this swanky apartment complex. All I know is he went missing around Thanksgiving. The cops showed up with his family. They kicked down the door and found his dead body. And then they determined that there was evidence to support that he had been murdered. And so I think she's actually due for sentencing. So we should look into that this week. Hold on one second. Martinez was her last name. Damn, what is her name? Bro, this is not what I was looking for, but I guess I'm here for it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Listen to this. In July of 2024, 2 women were charged with the murder of a 53-year-old man who witnesses described as, quote, their sugar daddy. He was found with multiple stab wounds in his apartment in April of 2024, and his right thumb had been severed. Investigators allege that Tiffany Taylor Gray, 22, and Audrey Miller, 19, cut off the thumb to unlock his cell phone and steal money from his online banking accounts. In 2022, model Kelsey Turner was convicted of the 2019 murder of her sugar daddy, Thomas Butcher, a 71-year-old psychiatrist from California. Prosecutors determined that Turner had killed Butcher in Las Vegas and dumped his body in the desert after he stopped giving her money. Turner was sentenced to 10 to 25 years in prison for the murder. Out of Pennsylvania, William McNew was murdered. In 2017, an exotic dancer named Jennifer Morrissey was charged with the murder of her sugar daddy, William McNew, after an argument. According to the confidential informants, Morrissey confessed that she wrestled a gun away from McNew and accidentally shot him. How many believe that? Whew. Out of Houston, Texas, in September of 2024, police arrested Bobby, 51, for the execution-style murder of a 20-year-old community college student, Munna Pandy. Surveillance footage reportedly shows him, who had a history of preying on victims through sugar daddy websites, forcing her into her apartment at gunpoint. He was charged with murder. What the hell? What the hell? That is not what I was looking for, but it's all relevant. Learn from everybody else's mistakes. Okay? Learn from everybody else's mistakes. Wow. No, I was looking for the guy that did it. There was a guy that murdered another guy. Yo. We're going for a car ride later if I can get my life together. I think I'm going to need some more caffeine, honestly. Brianna Martinez. So I used to work at this club in Charlotte, right? It was called the Gentleman's Club. And there was this crazy ass girl that had like half black hair, half green hair. And she was real just not all there in the head. And so we really didn't hang out, okay? Like I did not know her that well. I had worked with her in close proximity in the club, but like we weren't friends. So anyways, I come into work one day. Brianna Martinez, Charlotte murder, Gold Club. So I come in, oh, there she is. How many years? Ooh. I told y'all. I was right. I said they'd give her 20 to 25. They gave her 20 to 25. I hit the nail on the head. Damn, I'm good. There's footage of me talking about this case because I knew her and I worked with her. And so I was making these predictions as we went along. She was actually up for the death penalty. Halfway through, they took that off the table and she was looking at life without parole. Given the mitigating circumstances of these two having a sexual relationship, him being an older pervert and her being a 20-year-old child with drug problems and him facilitating those drug problems and also participating in those drug problems, it adds layers to this onion, okay? So I think I actually said she would get 16 to 20 years. I would have to find the footage, but I do know that nail on the head. So it looks like she's been sentenced. Here, let me just tell you about the case. So she's 25 years of age now. This was her. I'm sorry, because she looks like the type that would kill a sugar daddy. Her name is Brianna Martinez. Okay. So she worked at the strip club with me, right? Crazy. So I come into work one day and they talking about she done killed this guy named Bob. Well, Robert was his name. And I was like, no way. And they're like, yeah, they're looking for her, blah, 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 blah. Hold on one second. Let me find an article. News. So apparently, Bob did not show up for Thanksgiving dinner, right? So Bob's family starts looking for Bob, and they can't find him. So they decide to get the police involved and go over to Bob's house in, I think it was Hickory. They get over there, they kick in the door, and sure enough, Bob is dead on the floor. And why can I not find no damn news? What in the world? Robert Godfrey was his name. So they determined that, here it is. So she was sentenced back in March. Shelby woman will spend 20 to 25 years in prison for the Hickory murder of Robert Godfrey by hitting him in the head multiple times with a glass bottle. Oh, God, I just got chill bumps. So the cause of death has never been revealed. We didn't know how he died. All they ever said for the past 3 years is that there was telltale signs on the body that he had been murdered. So I didn't know if that was strangulation, if that was, they'd set him on fire. You don't know. It could be anything. It appears that she beat him in the head with a glass bottle. A Shelby woman was sentenced to prison for the killing of a Hickory man in December of 2021. So this happened back in 2021. Brianna Salomar Martinez, 25, was sentenced to 20 to 25 years after pleading guilty to second-degree murder of the 72-year-old Robert Bruce Godfrey on December 1st of 2021. So it was Christmas he went missing. Godfrey was found dead in his Hickory apartment by his son approximately 3 days after he was killed. Godfrey's son said that he told investigators he went to check on him after emails and text messages went unanswered for days. The apartment was ransacked and his car was missing. Martinez, the stripper, and her boyfriend were found in Godfrey's car in Georgia a few days after he was found. So Andon, who was her boyfriend, told investigators that they were dating for a couple of months before Godfrey's death and that she confided in him that she killed Godfrey by hitting him in the head several times with a glass bottle. And the autopsy revealed that Godfrey died from blunt force trauma to the head. This is the first time I'm reading about this. She was arrested on my birthday of 2021, December 8th, and she said that her and Godfrey were involved in a relationship. When they broke up, she started seeing Andon. She confessed to killing Godfrey during her final encounter with him. He thought he was about to do some cocaine and get laid, and he died. So exciting. Whew. Well, that's a dark conclusion. Yeah, so when they told me that she was arrested for murder, I actually was not surprised at all. It was crazy. 20, 25 years. I swear to God, you guys, I said she'll get 20 years. There's a clip of me saying somewhere she'll get like 16 to 20 years, at the most 25, I think. I think that's what it said, but I'd have to find it. It's crazy. She got 20 to 25 years and she'll be 65%, so she'll be out in less than 20. Wow. She honestly wasn't smart enough to realize that by trying to keep up with the Joneses, she was implementing herself to more trauma. She was not right in the head from all of the trauma that she had been through. I do remember talking to her about her childhood, and she was not right in the head. And then when she'd been on the streets for a while. She'd been homeless for a long time. Then she become at the age to strip, and she come in the clubs, and she had kids. And I know her child's father and her had a falling out. They had gotten divorced, and she hadn't seen her children, and she completely spiraled into drug use, drug addiction. She was wide ass open all the time. She was just go, 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 drugs, drugs, drugs. I remember pulling up at work at 11:45 in the morning because the club opened at 12 lunch. And she was sitting in the parking lot with a bottle of liquor that was already half gone, smoking a blunt at 11:45 a.m. It was crazy. It was crazy. So, yeah. I think that she had been through a lot, and then she was absolutely sleeping around with these men for money. Godfrey was one of them. He was her best customer. And I don't know what made her snap and kill him, but I can only imagine that it had a lot to do with mental health problems, a combination of mental health problems, drugs, and new trauma that she was being subjected to. This is why I talk about these things. Everybody think it's all fun and games till your ass ends up dead on some hiking trail, shot like Arlene done damn got a hold of you. This new generation of people who are trying to survive, they're not wired like the last generation of people who, God help them, somehow managed to survive through the abuse that was implemented on them. This new generation, they're not handling it as well as we did. So you better be careful. So exciting. Are you going to get laid, or are you going to get shot to death? So exciting. Guess you'll never know until you go out there and try to pick up a hoe. It's crazy. The best thing you can do is have some respect for yourself. And if you ever meet somebody that's having to subject themselves to sex work to survive, have some empathy and maybe not try to use their situation to harm them even more. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. I feel bad for this girl. I feel bad for her kids. I don't feel bad for him at all. No, let me tell you why. Because he had been coming into strip clubs for over 30 years looking for women that were strung out on drugs, down on their luck, come from impoverished backgrounds that had no family, so that he could use and abuse them. He played stupid games, and he won stupid prizes. And there's no telling how many women he got strung out on drugs just so he could have a little bit of sex. So exciting. Well, y'all, I'm gonna run. We gotta go to storage later. I gotta use the bathroom. Oh, Lord. Nowhere safe anymore. Hey, Pisces, Virgo rising. Long time no see. I love your profile picture. I'm about to run, y'all. I gotta go to storage, I think. It's still raining. How am I supposed to put stuff on the back of the truck and it's raining? Shit's gonna get wet. This is just, it's just not a happy time for me at all. It sucks. Sucks. All right, I'm gone. Thanks for eating my pancakes with me. We got to clean up this workspace tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. I don't know. I gotta go. Y'all be safe and be safe, and thank you so much, Real Glow Up. I appreciate it. Bye, Erica. Be safe. Love you too, girl. Y'all be safe, and we'll talk soon. Bye, y'all.